Hey guys, my name is Fuzzy Cub and welcome back to Fuzzy Fails at Sky Factory 4, Episode 9. Now, I have done a lot off camera, and I mean a lot. It took me a lot of experimenting, but I have finally managed a few things that we have been trying to do for the past 2-3 weeks. First of all, I managed to get the iridescent altar. And actually the only thing that it changed with the multi-block setup was these 5 marble brick on each corner. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. And it gives us this holographic celestial crystal thing, which is not actually real, but you know, it looks cool. We finally got this set up. I do have some on me at the moment. So what this is how you make a celestial crystal. You have a normal rock crystal and a stardust. You throw it in and it becomes a celestial rock crystal cluster. And if you remember at the end of last episode, we made this thing, which was our first collector crystal. So to use this, you get a linking tool, which you can make in the altar. And you click on this and click on a block of ore, in this case iron ore. This starlight converts the iron ore into star metal ore. And you see the crystal cluster has actually formed. It uses up the starlight, the bucket of starlight, and the other 2 things, stardust and the rock crystal. So what this does is it converts this to star metal. The star metal then gets absorbed by the crystal cluster and it goes through 4 or 5 stages. I think this is stage 0. Yeah, if you see over in the right side of the debug screen, it says Astral Sorcery Block Celestial Crystal Stage 0. And you see here, this gets converted and then it absorbs it. And eventually this will get to stage 4, which is the final stage where you break it and you get one of these guys. And these are used in a lot of recipes, a lot of the more advanced recipes in the mod pack, including the iridescent altar, which we had to make one already for. Now the other thing I have done, is there any of them in the sky? Yeah, I have discovered 3 of the 5 main constellations, which I think I have Amara, Decidia, and Avitas. And how did I do that, do you ask? I finally managed to make the Constellation Papers. Now, it took a really long time for me to find out how to make them because there is no information online about how you make these things. It might seem obvious to you, but to me it was not. I kept on putting this recipe, because you click them and it's all the same. I just kept on putting this into the iridescent altar, and it just kept giving me Decidia over and over and over again. I did not realize you had to scroll through it with your mouse wheel, and it changes the recipe. Fuzzy Cub, failing so you don't have to. So the next thing we need to do is to find Vicio and Vicio. And there is no guarantee that they are actually in the sky every night, but I'm hoping to get lucky. That looks like Vicio? Let me just check. No, I think that might be Vicio, which is the one I really want. Yes, we finally have Vicio. I'm just gonna have a little search and see if Vicio is out. Oh, I think Vicio is out as well. There we go. And that is all of them, for now, discovered. In case you didn't know, if you shift and click with your astral tome, you have a inventory for these papers. I want to grab my Vicio, put it in my offhand, and I want to get the attunement altar set up for Vicio. So you go there, there, And there. Oops. There. And there. And one here. There we go. Now, this next thing, I think is one of the coolest looking things in the entire mod pack. So, we are going to attune ourselves to Vicio. Are you ready? Let's go. And yes, this does take quite a long time. Oh, and we have little flares here to greet us. So what this now will have is a new little menu called Perks. Let me get away from that very loud thing. So yeah, Perks. Now you see we started off in the route of Vicio. Basically, these are like skill points in a game. You unlock skill points and you use them to buy basically upgrades. So for example, we have one available point. We can increase our movement speed. See, so now we are 3% faster. That's another 3% faster. And the reason why I chose Vicio was how you actually get points is just by moving. So I can literally just fly around the island and get skill points. Cool. So that's four more points left. So we can go more movement, add a dodge, and so on and so forth. Technically, I think we can fill up this entire thing. We can literally just keep on doing it until we complete everything. Now there is one thing, I'm not sure which one it is. It might be in Vicio. There is one of the perk trees that you can get the Mantle of the Stars, which is this guy. And I'm not sure, is it Avitas? Basically, one of them you can actually get creative flight, but we don't need creative flight, so I went with Vicio. And while we were doing that, our celestial crystal has grown. And what stage are you at now? You are at stage 4, which means you are finished. So if I break this, you get 2 stardust and a celestial crystal. And like the rock crystals, the celestial crystals actually have a purity, size, and cutting. This one's actually 95% purity. That's actually really, really good. I might try and turn this one into a celestial collector crystal. But for now, I'm going to put it over here in this chest. And you can live there. But for the moment, let us park the perks, so to speak. I'm getting a little bit astral sorceried out. So I have been going around and I've been trying to fill up as much of these as I can, because as a completionist, I like completing things. And there are 2 things that I want to do. One involves the chest behind me. This contains all of the Infernium that we've managed so far. Now, if you think about this, this is 4 of these compacted 4 times, 4 times, 4 times, and 4 times. I have no idea how much that is. It's a few thousand per stack of Supremium, but I want to get rid of this glitched armor and I want to go to the Supremium armor. I mean, I don't need it. There's nothing really in this world that can kill me. Maybe the weather? But I really don't like the fact that you can't see my face. My beautiful, beautiful face. And yeah, the Supremium armor also gives you creative flight, so... And the other thing I wanted to do was kill the Ender Dragon, because there was no Ender Dragon when we went to the end in the first place, and I need some Dragon's Breath. And I thought to myself, what is the best way of getting Dragon's Breath. And I think fighting the dragon. Let's grab a few glass bottles and go summon the dragon. His name is Jane, by the way. They actually named the Ender Dragon Jane. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we shall summon that. We shall summon the Ender Dragon. There she is. So, yeah, this is gonna be easy. Boom. There we go. Time to get some Dragon Breath and relieve Jane of her life. Can you give me some Dragon Breath? There we go. Cool. Now you can die. It's being pushed back. Nice. We may as well actually fill up this guy while we're at it. There we go, self-aware. So I think if we do this one and these two, we will have completed 2 pages fully. So yeah, let's get it done. And we have a yo-yo. And there we go. And I believe, oh look, we really are a completionist. And speaking of completionists, that is the complete episode 9. So that is all I have time for today, but if you like this episode, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you think, what I should do differently or what I'm doing well. And with that, I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.